mine. He has been a great support from the word go. The minute I joined this opportunity, he has been nothing but awesome support, awesome mentor, and awesome guide to teach us all how to kick big goals in this opportunity. And we are following his steps to achieving president and beyond. So tonight, Dave will be sharing some nuggets as far as training and guiding us how the best way to get started in this awesome opportunity. So without further to say, back to you, Dave, and welcome to the call.
Appreciate it, Bassem, and of course, looking forward to. I know you've been traveling all over Australia, and looking forward to seeing you the other side of the world in Vegas in the next few days. So appreciate you leading the call this evening and welcoming everybody to the team of training. And folks, I'm actually recording this because I want you to really sit back. I'd encourage you to take some notes because there's something about taking a pen and paper and physically maybe writing down a line or a word that it just gives you that epiphany, that aha moment. But I am recording this and then we'll post this in various chat groups and in various team pages so you can revisit this. Even though you have access to what I'm about to share with you anyway, I believe this, the key to success is the mother of repetition. The key to success is the mother of repetition. And I always share with people the very most poignant piece of advice I had from my very first sponsor in this industry when I was 21 years young. He said to me, if we do not do what we know, then we do not know. If we do not do what we know, then we do not know. And what I see right now going through the whole organization, through the world of world, is there's a mass momentum. There's mass attraction. And when there's mass momentum and attraction, the basics can get diluted. The basics, you can come off plan, as they say. You know, you can all of a sudden go, well, you know, I don't need to do that because I've got a lot of momentum going on. And we can be fooled by the growth, because if we don't educate the growth will slow down at some stage. Because at the tips of the growth is no education, no duplication, no inspiration. People are just caught up in momentum, but no education's taking place. So I'm going to share with you what I hope you know. And if you aren't doing it, then I would encourage you to start afresh, draw a line in the sand and come back to basics. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and I'm going to share with you, and I'm just going to mention a couple of names that are on the call, right? Just that I see right now. Hey, Audrey, John, Sheila, Fiona, Jerry, Guy, Jacqueline, who else? John Harper, Murcher, Ria, and just giving you some of your shouts. So as I call your name out, I want you to imagine, I just want you to imagine that I am personally enrolling you, okay? And this is our Zoom call that I've arranged with you, because when I enroll people, I do not send them to my link. I do not send them to go get registered on their own behalf. I schedule a getting started orientation with them. Why? Remember, people will do what you do. If hey, John, hey, yeah, just go to my link, get registered, buddy, get your family pack. Guess what? John's going to send out his link. John may have twice experienced some issues with the registration page, with the SSN number, and actually go, you know what, I'm just going to go with the partner pack right now. And he takes the road of least resistance. Whereas if I walk John through, if I walk Ria through, if I walk any of my personals through the process, I'm there to help them through any anomalies that are there in the registration page. And secondly, I'm reiterating the importance of getting started on a family pack. So let's imagine we've gone through the registration. We've gone to my link together. I've gone through your details. We've got you registered. We've selected your family pack and above. We've logged back out. And now we log back in and we go back to the store. We go to products and we select our monthly membership. You always want to have your membership purchased at the same time as getting started. This is why I explained to the new personals, hey, John, you know, you've just started today. You've ordered your pack. Fantastic. And I'm going to manage John's expectations. Hey, John, it's probably going to take 3 to 4 weeks to get your product because of demand right now. The company's vision for this year, 2017, was to do about 300,000 devices. A few short weeks ago in the Philippines, at the grand opening, they announced they've just gone over 1 million devices sold. Can you imagine, John, what that's done to our supply chain? Hey, I'm managing John's expectations. That's why we're not really customer focused right now either. I'm not turning away customers. I'm still looking for my builders, my influencers, the people of your level and above. So I'm managing John's expectation. It's going to be 3 to 4 weeks for him to get his product. In reality, though, people are getting it within 10 to 12 days. And when the company is really up to speed, they're anticipating between 5 and 7 working days. So one, I walk John through the registration. I manage his expectation of delivery. And now I share about the membership. Hey, John, do you know what a lot of people actually say? You know, I don't have my product yet. I don't need my membership. I go, whoa, 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 John, that's the natural error that most people make. Why? Some of the benefits of the membership, John, is not associated of you physically having your product on your wrist at this time. For example, the protection, logic would say that I don't have my product, I therefore don't need my protection, therefore I don't need my membership yet, I'll wait till I get my product. Well, that is correct, John. But really, to activate the protection program, you have to be on the membership for 3 months. So while you're waiting for your product, you could have month 1 down already. You're 1 month into your 3 months of your protection plan. Oh, okay. So you don't want to wait for your product because that may take 3 to 4 weeks. Then you start your membership. Now that's month 1, where really when your product arrives, you could be on month 2 of your qualification. Second thing, for every month you are on the membership, they're going to give you those 75 loyalty points converted to $1, which is $75 of being able to redeem that in future purchases. So month 1, you subscribe to your membership straight away. You got $75 of credit. It doesn't matter if you've got the product because it's going to take 12 months. And after 12 months, you can redeem your points against a future Infolio once it's released, the future Hilo LX. Therefore, John, if you wait till your product comes, Sheila, whoever I'm just using because I'm seeing faces on the screen, then your 12 months starts then. So you've got to make sure that people understand the membership is optional, but that's where your long-term residual income is created, and the value of that product is far greater than waiting for their product to arrive. So make sure but if I just send John to my link, no one's sharing that with him. No one's reiterating that with him. Folks, I'm always going to encourage each and every one of you. Invest your time with your new people up front to get them started properly, as opposed to just getting them in and having to go back and re-educate them, because people will duplicate everything you do, good or bad. So learn the good steps, the right steps to get people started. So let's share your screen, or my screen, I should say. Let's minimize that. Let's get rid of that. And so I've just got your new personal. I've just got you started. We've gone through your registration. And now I'm going to say, hey, Ria, hey, Sheila, hey, John, whoever the new personal is. What we're going to do now, John, with your permission, I'm going to add you to our team Facebook page. With John's permission, with Ria's permission. And in here, and tell him, not just, hey, I'm just going to add you, value of adding. Reason I'm going to add you into this community is you're going to have other people just getting started like you, Ria, Sheila, and guess what? You're going to be able to ask questions, and you're going to get support. Here you're going to hear the latest updates when anything is promoted, conference calls, audio of the week. Everything's going to be based around this community. So I'm going to add you. So I'm going to add you as a member, put their name in here, add them to the page. Then, hey, then I'm going to walk them through. What we're going to do now, Ria, is I'm going to comment and welcome you to the pinned post. Welcome, Ria. So there's Ria, and I tell Ria, the reason why I'm tagging you is because then you'll be notified that you've been tagged in the welcome post. And what you can do then, Ria, is you can go read the getting started information. So here's the great thing about this pinned post, Ria, is what happens here is you may be brand new and you may not know what to do or where to go. And here we've already put the resources together for you. Secondly, you may be very fortunate that within a matter of days that you enroll your first 1 or 2 people to go team builder. But you may have forgotten where the information is. You may have not quite grasped the power of duplication and the tools and resources that are available to you. So if you are new, you're going to be tagged so you can read your getting started steps. Secondly, if you are new and enroll someone new, but you don't know quite what to do, we've also got a little refresher for you, Ria, as a sponsor of someone. What should be the 3 steps that you follow when you register your new person? So I'm reiterating the value of the pinned post. I don't just say, hey, Ria, go read the pinned post. You've got to bring value to what you're asking them to do so they understand why we do what we do. Don't tell people what to do, show people what to do. So then I say, right, so the first thing we're going to do, Ria, is we're going to go to the getting started orientation. And Ria, you're going to be able to, and I show them this. I walk them through. Hey, Ria, we can go to the files tab. And by the way, in here, Ria, there is a ton of wealth scripts, text scripts, application forms, videos, documentation. But what we're going to want to go through first, Ria, is our getting started orientation. And I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to preview it. So, Ria, you're going to want to go back and read this. But here are the 6 steps of you getting started in your world global business. 1 is go to our team website where you're going to find a lot more resources. But I'm going to take you there in a moment. So, again, I'm going to take Ria there through the getting started orientation. Then we're going to, so there's 6 steps here, Ria, that you're going to want to read through, and all the links are there for you to follow through. So that's the first thing I wanted to share with you is our getting started orientation. Next thing I want you to do, Ria, is I need you to print off our team developer chart. Our team developer chart, because our first goal, if you remember the presentation, step 2 is become team developer. 1 left, 1 right. So what we're going to want to do, and again, all the way through the process, if they're personal of mine, I'm reiterating. So what we're going to want to do over the next 2-3 days is schedule a time where we can invite 5, 10, 20 people that have seen the 2 and 7 minute video onto a private call for you, and I'll schedule in and do the call for you. Because my goal is to help you to become a team builder. And our goal right now, I don't want you to worry about diamond. I don't want you to worry about the big picture. I just want you to learn how to become a team builder, because that's what you're going to be teaching your new people. So our goal right now, Ria, is to put 2 names in these circles. And then what we're going to do after that is we're going to go and help these 2 people do exactly the same. That helps you to become a team developer. And if you can remember step 3 on the presentation, step 3 was become a team developer. Why? Because it opens all the compensation plan, your career path recognition, your bonus pools, your check match, your incentives for vacations, your car program. It opens everything. So the sooner we together can get you to team developer, the quicker you can tap into the major income stream. So that's why in our getting started training on our pinned post, go back to the discussion. I talk about, and Chad Chong has done a 4-minute audio on how to strategize your business. It's only 4 minutes long, but he really talks about the strategy, which is under your business tab in your back office, where it says 1 left, 1 right, left, right, left, right. And he talks about don't touch your strategy until you've gone team developer. Why? Because you want people tapping into what? 1, go 1 left, 1 right. That's that team volume commission. That locks in. That opens up. Step 3, become a team developer. You unlock all the other elements of the compensation plan. So Ria, my goal for you, Sheila, my goal for you, John, my goal for you, if I'm talking to my personals, is I want to help you get to team developer as fast as possible. But I can't do this without your willingness to schedule some time so we can start exposing this business on your behalf. And secondly, thirdly, Chad Chong and Natita Chong do a training. It's about 45, 50 minutes on our system, our 5-5 system. Very simply, it talks about go one left, go one right, get your team builder done. Secondly, carry on and help other people, but don't stop at 2. Your goal then is to get 5 left and 5 right. So you got 10 personals. That's your 5. Then the 5-5 system is explaining what do we plug into, what events do we attend. So the 5-5 system is how we duplicate and keep the masses on the same page. So I'm always reiterating, I'm always explaining, bringing value that this is not my idea. This is the idea of the people that have gone before us, that have created multiple 6- and 7-figure incomes. But guess what? Those incomes are built on the small building blocks. And what we need to do is learn how to build those building blocks. And then all we need to do is replicate those building blocks. So I spend a little time here in the getting started training, the GSO, the pin post. And I said, so when you introduce someone brand new, Ria, John, Sheila, Mary, Bob, what you're going to want to do is, again, I'll just reiterate, you're going to do is add them to the group, tag them here, and show them where the information is. It's better to spend a little time with them now than it is let them go off on their own accord and then spend weeks looking for information that they think they were in a business, but they are totally confused of direction. When you have people confused, it creates paralysis. And then people don't have a good experience as they get started in the business. Not because of their own doing, because we as sponsors didn't take responsibility to spend time in helping them get started. Here's the other thing. When you've got major momentum, we can be blinded very quickly. Hey, 40 people this week, 50 people this week, 100 people this week. And you think your numbers are growing, volume's growing. Folks, volume and numbers aren't the key to your success. Volume and numbers aren't the key to your success. Your key to your success is the education of the numbers that are coming in that will learn how to duplicate, that will propel you through that volume that's being brought in, and you'll be building for longevity. So Facebook page is where everything happens. Then I take them to our team website, and I start sharing with them that this team website has been put together, and I walk them through. So the first thing we're going to go to, Ria, is we're going to go to the WGN training page. Here, you're going to find that you've got a wealth of content here. You're going to be greeted with a couple of welcome videos, which are now, to a degree, they're out of date. This is when we actually did these in Christmas of 2016. And of course, we've learned as a community, we've learned as an organization more things. So these are going to be revamped, and we will be doing these at a later date after Vegas, because we want to hear what they're going to be announcing in Vegas. So we haven't addressed that at the moment. But basically here, this is where, Ria, you're going to find your documents, your training, videos, your frequently asked questions. But the first thing you're going to find here is your fast start action steps. Now, your goal is to get as many eyeballs in front of the 2- and 7-minute video, and then get them onto a live webinar or a recording of the live webinar. And you want to probably, in the next 2 days or 3 days, with my help and with the team's help, is identify your hottest individuals, your level and above. Why? We're putting the board of directors together. So Ria, these are where your links are. So guess what? Now I've shown you, Ria, where the links are, then you don't need to ask me, Dave, where are the links? Whereas if I just tell Ria, get in, go register, and I don't show her where the tools and resources are, I am not setting her up for success. I'm setting her up for failure. So I go through these links, and I tell her to copy them and paste them and keep them somewhere safe. Then we talk about, we have a marketing platform. This has been created by some of the President Millionaires, Jeremy Romer. And right now, this is an additional cost. This is an additional investment, but you don't need this right now, immediately. You're going to probably want to invest in this down the road, but not immediately. Why not immediately, Dave? Well, you already have names, Ria. You already have contacts, Ria. You already have influence, Ria. So I want to use that with you first. Now, down the road, you're going to want to invest in this. If you do, I've got it. But, I still prefer picking up the telephone. But here you got a replicated website. And we actually interview Jeremy Romer on the power of this product. But that's something you want to maybe be looking at a few weeks or a few months down the road based on once we've started building your organization. So next thing here, we have videos. Now here we have videos that show you how to set up your iPayout, how to sync your device, and then I go through this. See how that changes color, Ria? Well, that's because that's a live video. The ones that are blank right now, these were all relative to the classic, which was our version 1. We've deleted that. They've superseded that with the LX. So there are no videos for that right now. Once they've redone those videos, we will update these. But the ones that change color are a live video. So if you've got any questions, you want to know how to use your functions on your mobile device, they are all here for you. Folks, when you show people where the information is, it will free you up to build your business. When you free yourself up to build your business, you stop managing and you carry on building. When you manage your team or manage your people because they don't know where the information is, you become corporate, and you're not. You're not the corporate. You're field. You're building your business. So then I say, these are all the official documentations. You want to know about cancellations and returns, shipping. You want to know about warranty, the blue plan, the red plan. You want to know about the president chart, the diamond chart, the privacy policy of where does the data go on our devices. It's all there. So here's a tip for you. If someone that you personally work with asks you a question, hey, where do I find the blue plan? Hey, Dave, why is it? Hey, have you not checked out WGN training tab on the team website? Bassam can answer that question. But guess what? If Bassam answers the question every time, guess where the people keep coming back to? Bassam. You want them going to the source. You want them going to the infrastructure, the support. So I always say to them, great question, Bassam. You want to know about the warranty? I believe there's a document under the WGN training page, and you're going to have to scroll down to documents, but I think you'll find it there, brother. Guess what? Then when Bassam does that, guess what he's going to teach? Someone's going to ask Bassam because, you know what? Great question, John. But you know what? You can find that under the WGN training, and you drive people to the information. So we also have, there's a lot of content there, but the training, you go to the training and we'll do various videos. But if you're brand new, hey, Ria, now what I need you to do, before you even make a list, before you even do anything, I'm going to want you to watch the Getting Started training video by President Jason Regan. That really is going to probably refresh your memory on everything I'm going through right now. But guess what? If you can't do what I've just done, Ria, with your new person tomorrow, at least you know you can go to WGN training, scroll down, show them the Getting Started training, and let a president show your newest person how to get started. And anytime there's an update with a product or a technical issue, an update, then Jason Regan generally does a training video, and this is where you're going to find him. Here is one of our partners, a double president in the business, Stephen Carter. He does a great training on the simplicity of the compensation plan. That, again, is one of the links that's in the pinned post on the Facebook group. So I showed them where the training is. And then I talk about, you want to spend a little time. And I can say, Ria, Sheila, John, Mary, if you've got a question, I'd encourage you to go to WGN training, which is the page we're on right now, and scroll down to FAQs, because there is a wealth of knowledge here. You're probably going to find the answer to your question in the FAQs. Now, if you don't, by all means, come to me. And if I know the answer, I'll let you know. If I don't have the answer, I will email Business Elite and get the answer. And I will thank you for drawing my attention to it, because then we'll get Jason or Graham to add the question that you just asked us, and we'll put it in the FAQ. Folks, by going to the FAQ, and not getting an answer, you play a major role by contributing to the FAQ, because we'll find an answer to the FAQ and we'll put it in there. Over time, people ask the same questions. What countries are we in? What plan is this? What about this? What do the germanium stones do? What, how do I get 20% on my income? But folks, it's all here. So you want to know what the what's inside the Biozen chip? Biozen has several layers. The 2 exterior layers are made of plastic. The interior layers have circuits. Folks, you don't need to know the answer. You just need to know where the answers are. So that is the FAQ on the training page. Then I talked to them about, now you're going to want to join. Now you're going to want to join this free website. And you want to put your details in there. I'm just going to log in. Let me log in. I said, because once you've joined, you set up your free account, because there's elements of our team page that is private. Now, the WGN training is available to everyone. You don't need to be a member of the website, but that's available to everyone. That's not a secure area. But in the secure area is what we do to teach you how, not about World Global Network, but how to be a professional networker, how to develop personal positivity and mindset, how to develop you as a person. So I take them to, right, Rhea, we'll go to personal growth, and I just let them know, in here is a wealth of knowledge. Each week, we release an audio of the week. So now it's just you, Rhea, and you've got 2 or 3 people, and you can get together with Bassam, and you can sit down in one of his finest coffee houses and drink the finest coffee beans, and you can get together, and you can, I'm just going to mute out people. Let me, bear me 1 minute, guys. If you have just joined us, please make sure your microphone's muted. Thank you very much, folks. But if it's just, a handful of people, you can come together and you can motivate, you can share, and that's great. And you don't want to not do that. But if you're not teaching the system for global growth, guess what? What happens when it's 100 people, 1,000 people? What happens when you've got people in Buenos Aires, Russia, when you've got people in Toronto, when you've got people in Johannesburg? What if each week they could get an audio of the week, and sometimes it'll be motivation, sometimes it'll be education, sometimes it'll be information, sometimes it'll be a promotion. But each week that is released, and it's an audio of the week that has been done. So if you click on audio of the week, this week, no, that's not for this week, it's myself, but last week was Grand Presidents, young couple. And so basically you click on that, and this, by the way, you can access on your mobile. You can be driving along, listening to your audio a week, turning your vehicle into your university of success. And if you get hungry for knowledge, if you get hungry for information, you don't have to wait just for audio of the week. You can go into archives and you can listen to any of the previous weeks. Mike Sims, John Trahoon, he's a good friend of mine, a 7-figure income earner, but he's not in the business, but in one of the most powerful networkers. And I just had him talk about generics. Joe Garcia, been with his company for 20 odd years, just a really great friend. Teaching, here's that incredible audio from the doctor that was in the Disrupt event in Vegas last time, Jeremy Romo, Rabu Gary, Ken and Sandy. So folks, this is where your people can access information. So I was going to ask me to log back in. Bear with me, guys. Sorry about that. So then we have, bear with me. I don't know what happened there. Personal growth. So then we have book of the month. Each month we promote a book. Now it's just a book that we promote. And if you've had a great book, if you've experienced a great book and great growth from that book, from business and personal growth, then recommend it to us, and we'll put that book up there as book of the month. So click on book of the month, and again, you'll be able to see what our current book of the month is. And simply, it's nothing to do with us. We just do a link directly to, the frog of this month is there's Peter Webb's incredible book that he read, and then he trained tremendously well in Australia when he had just read the book and promoted that. So guess what? Again, if you're hungry for information, you don't need to just read one book of the month. You could actually go back for the last 8-10 months and just start catching up on books that we've been promoting. So folks, this is all information that is valuable to you and to your distributors. So when you get people plugged into personal growth. To have more, we must become more. And it's not about you. It's about how many people are you building? How many people are you helping to become entrepreneurs? And so within the training vault, again, is a wealth of knowledge. This is going to be a few moments. I spend a little time here because it's vitally important that I talk about. We have World Global Network. World Global Network is the company we've chosen to contract to. They supply us with a device. They supply us with compensation, but they don't teach you how to be a better you. They don't teach you principles of how to build your business. So basically, we've got a teachings in here called an 8-step pattern. 1, define your dream. What is your why? So the 4 of us, we've broken this down and we've taken 2 subjects each, and there's an audio on the 8-step pattern. Documents for training. Here's your getting started orientation. Now, yes, you can find it under files in the team Facebook page, but we've also stored it here for you. Then we also have your 4-step start. We have your business blueprint. That's a 6-page document. Then we have, once you start developing your teams, as you start developing your 5-5-7, you've got 10 personals now. Now you're going to want to know where to be working, who to be working with, who's actually focused, what are the indicators, are they listening, are they learning, are they attending, are they product usage? Folks, these are all indicators. So sometimes you will find yourself spending time with people that aren't committed. That's okay. You love them. You respect them. But to get your time, you do not want to be busy when you build network marketing. You need to be productive. You need to be effective. So this will help you be effective. Then I get to show Rio and John and Mary and Sheila, hey, this is the memory jogger. And this is a document that is done by Eric Worre. And we've just basically taken the majority of the content and how to make a list and who to, and people say, well, Dave, making a list is not important. It's everything. It's your raw material. It's your ingredients. Now, we don't ask you to make a list of who you think will be interested. We ask you to make a list of everybody you know. But prior to doing the memory jogger, we ask you to go, what? Who's the first 10 or 20, your level and above, that we, in the next 24 to 72 hours, we can get the 2 and 7 minute video in front of and show them to get on either a private call or a live webinar. And then I talk about the Go-Getter. This is the Go-Getter tracker. This is, I believe, to be the most valuable tool that we can all have. Why? It helps us to focus on daily activities. It's called the Daily Dozen. If you focus on, start reading every day, get up maybe a little bit earlier, go to bed a little bit later, and things that when you're working on ourselves, we don't do those in prime income productivity time. You know, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. reading a book is not a good time to be reading a book. That's the time you should be giving out 2 and 7 minute videos, jumping on a team call, jumping on a corporate update call, a presidential update call, your live webinars each week so you can support the community, so you can learn from the community. You can support each other's numbers. What are you reading to on a daily basis? What are you listening to? Who are you attending? Who are you associating with? And taking time out for you. So these are, so you tick it, and at the end of the month, you can really identify immediately where your areas are of improvement and where other areas may require a little bit more of your time to improve upon. And one of the steps, step 10, showing the plan. How many times have you shown the plan? Showing the plan can be you getting your prospect on a 3-way call. Showing the plan could be you sending out the 30-minute recorded link, youcan2.global/30 minutes. You're showing the plan could be getting a prospect on a live webinar. So anytime you're exposing your business, you're not physically having to show the business, but how many times are you getting people in front of the opportunity or your team of support ticket? So at the end of the month, you get with Bassem and you say, hey, Bassem, look, I need to get with you. I want to grab a coffee. And if it's local, you get a coffee with him. If it's at a distance, halfway around the world, Bassem grabs a coffee, you grab a coffee, you get on Zoom, you still have that coffee because you're going to do what? Step 7 of the 8-step pattern is counsel upline. How can you counsel someone you don't know what they're doing? So this is going to require you to be accountable, not to anybody other than yourself, but then you can be guided, you can be helped, you can be maybe tweaked a little. So if someone comes to me and says, Dave, my business really isn't growing that much, and I see they've ticked every day, that they've read every day. And then they've ticked maybe 3 or 4 exposures throughout the month. And I'll go, you know what, Ria, it appears that you do a lot of reading. Well, yeah, I do. I need to know everything. But then I know Ria is someone who really is not going to take action because they need to know everything. And I'm going to go, well, you know what? You're never going to know everything, and getting to learn is a day-to-day basis. Don't let that stop you by using the tools that will expose your business for you. So we need to focus this month on exposing more. Maybe I'll have someone who doesn't hardly read, but they show a lot of plans, but they're still not growing. They're still not sponsoring people. And I'll go, okay, we're doing a lot of activity, but maybe we're doing a lot of activity with our old mindset, with our old people skills. So maybe we need to read a little bit more to sharpen ourselves, to maybe become more relatable. So I'm proud of you for doing all this activity. I just would like to see more conversion of your activity. So let's look at what you're actually doing. What are you actually saying? What are you, folks, when you start to be accountable to your own activity, you're going to be able to sharpen, you're going to be able to tweak, and you're going to be able to move forward faster by just keep doing things the same old way without plugging into the system. And I've done a 20-minute video training on this Go-Getter tracker. And then our big document is our pattern for success. Folks, there are decades of information in here. So it's all indexed. So you can have personal information. You'll have your goal. Be a go-getter. Be a 3-month go-getter. What's go-getter? What I've just showed you. How are you reading every day? Are you listening every day? Are you showing the plan every day? And are you sponsoring people? So when you're doing it once, that's 1 month go-getter. Congratulations. Do it 3 times in a row. You do that for 90 days, and then you teach people how to become go-getters in your business. You're going to be growing leaders. You're not going to be just getting followers. You're going to be building people who are taking responsibility of their business. When do you want to go team builder by? When do you want to go team developer? And then a pattern for success. Here's the foundation for becoming a president. So this is a 24-page document, but everything, ladies and gentlemen, is in here. How to get started. How to become a team developer. And then how do you become a team developer maker? Well, what's a team developer maker, Dave? Well, you can't teach what you haven't done. So get 2 team developers done. Then all you ever do is then build team developers in your left team and in your right team. Find out who's plugged in. Find out who's turning up. Find out who's product loyal. Find out who's upgrading. Find out who's on audio of the week. Then spend your time with them. Why? Because they're hungry. Folks, don't try and get people to do something they're not ready to do or don't want to do. This is a volunteer army. But for those that are in the business, you'll always have people go, I didn't know what to do because I wasn't shown what to do. And that is our responsibility. It's not for us to change things that work. It's for us to learn how to do it to make it work for us. Step 1, define your dream. Step 2, this is the 8-step pattern that we talked about that we've done the audios for, how to make a list. And everything is referring to all the workable documents that you have available for you. Now, I don't want you to spend a lot of time here when I'm showing people this. What I will do say to them is, basically, your resources are available for you. You have the opportunity when you buy a franchise, the module's done. When you buy a franchise, the module's done. So that's exactly what we've done here. So all I need people to do, Ria, Sheila, and all the people that I personally work with, and even if I was working in depth, if Bassam has put me with Mary Lou, and Mary Lou is on a freeway call with me, and guess what? And Bassam is brand new or fairly new, I'll say, hey, Mary Lou, why don't we schedule your getting started training? But I'm going to bring Bassam onto the training with me so he can watch me get someone started. Folks, you never want to do anything on your own. If you're doing something in depth, grab someone that you're doing it for, have them with you. Why? You can teach them by showing them. Back to, I don't want you just being busy. I want you to be effective. So with that said, that's how I get people getting started. And then the other thing from there is then I say, okay, Sheila, okay, Ria, why don't we schedule a couple of times in my diary now before we start contacting people? Because then you know I can be there to support you. Then I need you to go and start talking to people, and inviting them to the time that we've scheduled so we can now, you may invite 5 or 10 people, Sheila, and only 2 people turn up. That's fantastic because it's those 2 people that we'll be sharing it with. And before we do that call, I teach Sheila what to say. I teach Sheila what to say. So it's Sheila's first call. And Sheila, this is what I'd love you to do, is you're going to welcome your friends. Why? Because they don't know me. And guess what? You may have invited 20 and 2 show up. But guess what? You don't tell people that. You don't say thank you to anybody, but you show your respect and appreciation. So at 7 p.m., we've got a scheduled call. 2 people turn up. And Sheila, it's down to you. The floor's yours. And all I need you to say is something that fits comfortable with you. But here's some ideas. Hey, everybody, it's 7 p.m. We said we're going to start at 7. I'm glad you all made it. 2 people showed up. They don't need to know Sheila invited 20. Hey, we are appreciative of your time this evening. We're excited to be sharing with you this evening. What things of affirmation, respect, but without saying thank you. The only person Sheila thanks is the speaker. And let's say it was Bassem. Hey, everybody, I'm glad you made it 7 p.m. We said we're going to start at 7 p.m. It was only going to be a 15 or 20-minute call. So I'm glad you all made it. We appreciate your time this evening. I've got a good partner on the call tonight who's helping me build my business. His name is Bassem. He's out of Melbourne. And I want you to listen to what he has to share with you. I'm excited. And thank you, Bassem, for taking your time, because I know you're very busy, to share with people that I've invited to the call tonight. Bassem comes on. Hey, Sheila. Thank you for arranging the call so I had the opportunity to share with people that you think highly of, that you wanted to expose this opportunity to. Folks, and then Bassem goes into his 15-minute presentation. And at the end of the presentation, he does a call to action on behalf of Sheila. Folks, when you do that consistently, it's not 100%, but guess what? It's a sifting, it's a sorting process. And yes, you can do one-on-ones, you can do coffee meets, and if it's local, go do those. I believe eyeball to eyeball. But guess what? People build diamond, people build presidents without leaving home. I've got presidents that I know, not in our team, but that young Wu, who's gone president millionaire. She said when she went president, I went to my Bangkok convention as a president, and I had never met any of my team. Now, if you're local, go do it. Eyeball to eyeball. They can feel your passion, your energy. But they can feel your passion on Zoom too. They can see your eyeballs on Zoom too. But if you can get with them, great. But I built a business in 4 weeks from home as a single dad without even leaving my dining room table. Now, there's a place for meetings, and they're starting to grow and expand, and you want to support those meetings. Bassem did a great one a couple of days in Brisbane, I believe, last week, and he dragged me to Melbourne, so he knows the importance of eyeball to eyeball. But that's not the way you build globally, because guess what? It'll only stay in that town. So use both. But remember, this is how you build fast. And this is how you can train fast. And this is how you can keep the message pure. So with that said, folks, 45 minutes has been gone. I appreciate your time. I trust you found this of value. And I'm going to ask Ricky Smith, if you're on, I will unmute you. I will unmute Bassem. These are diamonds in the market space. The other diamonds are en route to Las Vegas, LA. But I want you guys maybe just to close out, I don't know, words of wisdom as they do on the presidential call. You guys can wrap up. And I'm going to first of all let me find Ricky. Ricky, are you on?
Yep.
Okay, buddy, great. So why don't you kick off first? Anything that's on your mind, please share. Bassem, you close out, buddy. Hand it over to you, and the call will be a wrap. And I will get this recording out ASAP. So appreciate both of your leaderships. Looking forward to seeing you in Vegas. And Ricky, I'll hand it over to you, buddy.
Okay, thanks, Dave. Dave, what a phenomenal overview of what support that we've got access to. I mean, I've been in corporate for 30 odd years, worked for different sales and marketing companies, done a few different networking things as well. But honestly, guys, I've never seen anything like what we've got here from the leadership that Dave and Peter and Gaz and Jason and Graham give for the things that they've put into place for us. I mean, there's nothing else out there like this. There's just nothing else like it. And for less than, well, listen to Bassem earlier, for less than a few grand of an investment, quite frankly, guys, and I know it's hard work and dedication, but you know, we've got an opportunity to make, you know, or earn millions of dollars a year in this business. Clearly, that's not what everybody's going to earn, but there's some people earning it, therefore it is an opportunity. None of us are any better than anybody else. We just have to do the doing and stay as consistent as we possibly can for the long term. Not, let's try it for a week, let's try it for a month, let's try it for 90 days, and then say, oh, it's too hard, it doesn't work, I'm out. That'll never work for you if you do that. We need to understand, guys, that it is simple. Every one of us can do it. Every one of us could get to diamond and beyond. Every one of us can then help other people become diamond. And that's how we're going to progress. But you've got to be committed to making it happen. So thanks for that, Dave. And back to you, Bass. Sorry, over to you, Bassem, if you're there. Hello. Is everybody here?
Thank you, Ricky. Yeah, I can hear you, man. You cut off for a bit. Thank you very much. Dave, we appreciate your time. For all the people who know me, they know I'm a big advocate for simplicity, and I always try to simplify the business in a business format, and it cannot get simpler than this. So thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Dave, for great time. I hope everybody got value out of this, and looking forward all to see you at the top. Enjoy your evening, everyone, and have a great night. See you all.
Thanks, Bassem. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys. That was fantastic.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Baz.
Thank you. That was amazing.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
See you in Vegas, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 See you later, Dave. Thanks, great.
You're welcome. Ta-ra, guys.